r/rules horror. Posted by u/infamous_public 7934. The Mall from Nowhere, Maintenance Checklist Number 1, Testing the Power Systems. Required items. Standard Issue Toolkit. Handheld Meter. Blindfold. Welcome to the Mall from Nowhere. We would like to use this opportunity to congratulate you on progressing through the interview stage, and we hope you find this a pleasant place to work during your contract, and that much of your duties can be completed without incident. We understand that you will be testing the power systems of the mall, and so we have granted access to the relevant facilities for you. The power systems test will be conducted once the mall has closed, to minimize inconvenience to our guests and patrons, which in turn could impact revenue. The breaker rooms that control supply of power to the mall are accessed by sub-basements located in the bowling alley, the Burger King located in the food court, and the ground floor toy shop. Each breaker room will be individually discussed in this checklist. For this shift, you will not be afforded a break, therefore leisure facilities are off limits. You will be expected to complete your tasks within a one-night period. First things first, upon arriving at the mall, check in at the front desk. The desk will be unmanned when you enter, but one of the computer screens will be turned to face you, with the keyboard positioned on the other side of the blast screen. Type in your name, click Maintenance on the Visit subheading, click Confirm, and press Enter on the keyboard. A keycard should pop out of the slot on your right. Take it and scan the NFC touchpoint on the left-hand side of the desk. Hold it until the computer screen turns green. Please do not deviate from any of these steps, otherwise you will not be allowed access to any of the necessary facilities, and may be recognized as an intruder by our security systems, an outcome we assure that none of the involved parties wish to occur. Take the keycard now and scan the front turnstile. Once it turns green, you are successful in entering the mall. Breaker number 1, Bowling Alley. Make your way from the front entrance, past the wishing fountain, and go up the left-hand set of escalator stairs. The escalator will be non-functional due to much of the facility remaining powered off during non-visitor hours to limit electricity costs. If the escalator is functional, please press the large red emergency stop button located at the right side of the base of the escalator. Do not step on the escalator until it has stopped. Make your way around the crescent and enter through the furthest left door. Cross the raised walkway until you reach the left wing of the mall. Do not linger on the walkway. The bowling alley is located on the far side of the wing, second lot down. The shutters should be down when you reach the alley, so simply scan your keycard on the touchpoint and they should raise. If they are already raised, terminate your current shift, and vacate the premises as quickly as humanly possible. Notify us by email in the morning, we will understand, and work towards fixing the problem. Walk quickly past the lanes and enter the red door on the far left. It will be unlocked. Make your way down the flight of stairs, until it terminates at a second red door. This door will require your keycard to open. Upon opening, the space in front of you will be pitch black. Use your standard issue flashlight to illuminate the area in front of you. You will see that the breaker room is located at the end of a somewhat maze-like assembly of metal shelves. Make your way around the shelves to access the breaker room. Unlock the breaker room using your keycard and lock it behind you using the touchpoint on the other side of the door. Do not neglect this step. There will be a variety of items on the shelves, some covered with white cloth. You should not stop to examine the contents of the shelves. The breaker cabinet will be locked behind a glass case, and your keycard will not open it. There are two hairpin switches located on the top right and bottom left of the cabinet. Locate these, and press and hold both for 2 seconds. A popping sound will be heard, and the front of the glass case will open out. You will notice several breaker switches, 18, to be precise. There should be no greater or fewer than 18 breaker switches. There will also be a socket located below the switches. Take out your handheld meter and insert the top of the meter into the socket and press the power button. The screen of the meter should now be blue. Once this is done, flip down every switch in the cabinet. Once this happens, the number on the screen should start counting from 0. Please wait until the number on the screen reaches exactly 324, and then press the reset button located on the meter. Ignore the crashing sound of metal shelves being toppled over, even if it appears to get louder. Keep your eyes on the breaker and meter, and do not turn around or leave the breaker room to locate the source of the sound. Flip up every breaker switch, and the meter should start to count from 0. Ignore the sounds of banging on the breaker room door. Once it reaches 324, press the reset button on the meter. The breaker task is now complete. Remove the meter and press both switches on the sides of the breaker simultaneously. The breaker cabinet will automatically reseal itself. Wait until the banging sounds cease and unlock the breaker room door. Navigate your way past the shelves using your flashlight, and back out the red doors, locking them behind you, and exit the bowling alley, using your keycard to lower the shutters behind you. Breaker room number 2, Burger King. This breaker room is located behind the Burger King kiosk on the right wing of the second floor. Make your way past the fountain, and up the right-hand side escalator. Move around the first floor, to the set of escalators on the opposing side of the balcony. Traverse these until you reach the second floor. The food court takes up most of the space on this floor. The Burger King kiosk is located on the far side of the court, in the direction you are facing. Once you reach it, there should be a blue door to the left, between the Burger King and Subway kiosks. Use your keycard to open this door. There should be a very narrow corridor with 3 doors to the right, left, and center of the corridor. Use your keycard to unlock the right door. This will take you behind the counter of the Burger King kiosk. Make your way around the kiosk, through the galley kitchen. There should be a flight of stairs on your right. Descend them until you reach a red door. Use your keycard to open this door. You will be greeted by a hallway that is pitch black apart from a set of 7 spotlights, one of which illuminates the breaker room located at the end of the hallway, and another directly above you. It is not recommended that you use your flashlight to help navigate your surroundings, as overhead lighting has been provided. Traverse the hallway, walking directly underneath the spotlights. Do not stay in a part of the room not emitted by a spotlight for too long. Do not leave a spotlight if you hear the sound of feet scampering. If a spotlight is swinging from side to side, wait for it to stop before moving under it. All of the spotlights will remain lit. When you reach the breaker room, enter by scanning your keycard. Lock the breaker room door behind you. Do not neglect this step. Unlock the breaker cabinet and take meter tests as before. Notice that there are now 24 switches in the cabinet, therefore take your meter readings up until the count of 576. When taking the meter readings, periodically check behind you through the window of the breaker room door, to confirm that the spotlights are on. If any are off, press the pause button on the meter, and press and hold the green button located on the right side of the breaker room door, above the touch point. The spotlights should come back on. If any of them are flickering, continue to hold the button. The flickering will cease. Press the pause button on the meter again and continue taking readings. If at any point you observe all of the spotlights swinging wildly from side to side, quickly pause the meter, and press the green button, and then long press the same button. The spotlights should return to their usual places. If you hear scampering sounds seemingly getting closer, pause the meter, and very quickly long press the green button. Hold it until the scampering stops and resume your reading. Do not worry about the spotlights in this case, they will return to normal. Once you have finished taking your meter readings, your task is complete. Seal the breaker cabinet as before, and exit the breaker room, locking the door behind you using your keycard. The spotlights will be still. Walk underneath them as before reaching the red door. Lock it behind you, ascend the stairs, negotiate your way through the kitchen, and out of the door into the corridor, and finally out of the blue door. Don't worry about locking these doors, they will automatically lock behind you. Breaker room number 3, the toy shop. The toy shop is located on the right-hand side of the ground floor, the first lot down. The shutters will be raised when you arrive at the toy shop. For the toy shop, this is normal. Pay it no mind. Navigate your way through the toy shop, until you reach a red door on the right-hand side of the counter. Do not pay attention to any of the teddy bears or china dolls on the upper shelves of the shop, even if their eyes and heads appear to track your movement through the toy store. You will notice a 4-foot-tall cutout of Bob the Builder, standing next to the door. The cutout will have a slot where its mouth is. Insert your keycard into the mouth of the cutout and press the pad on its raised right hand. The cutout's eyes will turn green, and you will hear a clicking sound as the door unlocks. Remove the keycard, and, optionally, you may press the button on the cutout's hand again, as a show of good faith. Open the door and descend the flight of stairs until it terminates at a red door. Scan the touch point with the keycard, but before you open the door, put on your blindfold. This room will be pitch black, but it is important that you keep your eyes covered. Do not use your flashlight to illuminate your surroundings. Additionally, before you put on your blindfold, take out your handheld meter, and switch the power on. Press and hold the button labeled motion until you hear a long beep, then put on your blindfold. Open the door and enter the pitch black hallway. Hold your meter in front of you. It will beep periodically every 2 seconds. Walk forward slowly, keeping your blindfold on. Do not remove it for any reason. Keep walking straight forward. Do not deviate from your path. If the beeping of the meter speeds up, This means you are getting closer to something solid in front of you. If the meter very suddenly begins beeping rapidly, stop moving immediately. Do not move a muscle, or even breathe, until the beeping returns to normal. You will know you are close to the breaker room door when you start to hear beeping coming from an external source that is not your meter. This beeping is coming from a receiver located directly next to the door. When the beeping turns into a solid tone, this means you are right in front of the door. Hold the meter where you are until you hear the door's locking mechanism move. Quickly open the door and enter the breaker room, closing the door behind you. It will lock automatically. You may now pull down your blindfold. The breaker cabinet should be open for you to use to take your readings. It will have only 5 switches, but they must be flipped in a specific order. Insert the meter into the provided socket, and long press the power button to switch it off. Press it again to switch it on. Long press the motion button until you hear a beep. It will function as it did before but will still permit you to take your readings. Press and hold one of the switches until you hear a high-pitched tone. This indicates that the correct switch was pressed, and the LED light above the switch will turn green. If a low-pitched beep is heard, all the lights will flash red once and turn off, requiring you to start the sequence from the beginning. Keep your blindfold around your neck such that it can be pulled over your eyes in a hurry. Monitor the beeping of the meter. If it starts beeping rapidly, pause the meter, quickly pull the blindfold over your eyes, and stare straight ahead. Do not move a muscle or breathe until the beeping returns to normal. Pray you were quick enough. Pray you don't hear the door unlock and open from behind you. Once the beeping returns to normal, you may continue testing the meter. Once all the switches have been flipped, the meter will start counting from 0 until it reaches 1080. If the meter starts beeping rapidly, repeat as before. When the meter reaches 1080, flip up all the switches, in the reverse order that you first flipped them down. Your task is complete. Remove the meter, and the cabinet will seal itself. Unlock and exit the door. You needn't put on your blindfold this time, as the hallway ahead will now be fully illuminated. Walk through the hallway to reach the door at the end to exit. Pay close attention to the lights. If they start turning off behind you, starting at the breaker room door, and progressing towards you, start running. Sprint with everything you have. Do not stop running until you reach the exit door. It will be unlocked. Shut and lock it behind you before the darkness reaches you. Ascend the flight of stairs and open the door leading back into the toy shop. Press the button on the Bob the Builder cutout, for solidarity. All the toys should be in their natural places. If they are all facing away from you, it is in your interests to leave them all as quickly as possible. In any case, exit the toy shop and use your keycard to lower the shutters behind you. Congratulations! You have succeeded in your maintenance duties. You may now clock out. Return to the front desk, using your keycard to move through the turnstile. Scan your keycard on the touch point on the desk, before placing it back in the slot you took it from. Navigate to and press the large clock out button on the computer screen, and you are free to depart the premises. Your payslip will be mailed to you in the coming days, and we would like to thank you for your service. If we ever need any other maintenance work carried out, we know who to call. Regards. Management.